China does not invade countries with tanks. It doesn't drop bombs to expand power. Instead, it builds roads, ports, factories, and debts. While the world was watching wars, China was buying influence. This is not a conspiracy. This is strategy. And this video explains how China is expanding its power across the world, chapter by chapter. For centuries, China saw itself as the center of the world. Then came colonization. Western powers humiliated China. Its ports were taken. Its people were exploited. Its pride was crushed. That memory never faded. When the Communist Party took control in 1949, China made a silent promise: never again will China be weak. Instead of copying Western democracy, China chose discipline, long-term planning, and absolute control. While other nations changed governments every few years, China planned decades ahead. Power doesn't grow overnight. It grows patiently. The next battlefield is not land. It's data. China leads in 5G networks, AI surveillance, facial recognition, smart cities. Chinese tech is cheaper, faster to deploy, and comes without lectures on human rights. Many governments prefer that. But technology controls information, and information controls societies. From Africa to Southeast Asia, Chinese systems monitor cities. The digital world is being shaped, line by line.
In the heart of the Pacific, a silent storm brews as China embarks on a quest for military power without the chaos of war. This chapter unveils a strategy that is not defined by open combat, but one shrouded in preparation, with intentions that echo through the waves of the South China Sea. With the world's largest navy at its command, China is not just playing a game. It is establishing itself as the dominant maritime force, asserting its influence across critical waters. But the strength of its naval fleet is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface lies an arsenal of advanced missiles capable of striking targets with precision, a testament to their commitment to military advancement. These weapons serve as a stark reminder of the power China possesses, yet exhibits restraint. The ethereal realm of space is also a battlefield, where China has begun deploying weapons that could harness both its technological prowess and strategic ambitions. Moreover, the digital domain represents a new frontier of conflict. Cyber warfare emerges as a collection of threats and tools ready to destabilize opponents without a single shot fired. In this intricate web of power and technology, China deftly maneuvers, promoting a narrative of dominance grounded in control rather than chaos. The status of Taiwan looms large, a flashpoint that symbolizes both danger and opportunity. China's intentions toward Taiwan are layered, as it navigates a landscape fraught with international sensitivities. Unlike traditional powers seeking glory through warfare, China appears to root its strategy in a philosophy that values stability over disruption. The aim is not to engender fear through brutality, but to ensure compliance through overwhelming presence. The overarching narrative suggests that China envisions a future where it reigns supreme without the scars of conflict, where the best victory is achieved through dominance in diplomacy, technology, and military readiness. As ships cut through the waters and missiles remain poised, the world watches. The possibility of conflict remains, yet the strategic inclination is toward a calculated, peaceful assertion of strength. Ultimately, this chapter encapsulates a lesson in modern military strategy. The most profound triumph lies in a victory unmarked by destruction, where a nation realizes its aspirations without ever engaging in an outright battle. In the intricate landscape of global economics, China has emerged not through the clang of weapons, but through the hum of machinery and the rhythm of assembly lines. By establishing itself as the world's factory, China did not merely create goods. It sculpted a new dynamic where its influence stretches far beyond its borders. Walking through bustling factories, one witnesses an expansive dance of workers, each playing a vital role in producing everything from smartphones to intricate machinery, all under the Chinese banner. The sheer scale of China's manufacturing prowess is staggering. Known for its low labor costs and a vast workforce, the country became a magnet for Western companies. They sought to maximize profits, lured by the promise of reduced expenses and increased output. It's a symbiotic relationship where both the factory and the corporation thrive. As products roll off assembly lines at an unprecedented speed, the world increasingly relies on Chinese imports, embedding the country deeper into the core of global supply chains, creating a complex web of dependency. This dependence is potent, transforming China into a formidable player on the world stage. As nations across the globe import essential items, phones, clothing, and medicines, their economies intertwine with China's manufacturing. The moment China decides to halt exports, the ripple effects can send shockwaves through international markets. Such is the power of dependency. It becomes a double-edged sword. While it fuels global growth, it also grants China a level of control that no military might can match. Each factory, each worker, contributes to a continuous flow of goods that sustains many economies, turning productivity into a new form of influence. As we observe this unfolding phenomenon, it's essential to ponder the long-term implications. Should reliance on a single nation grow unchecked, the fabric of global commerce may be at risk. With China at the helm, the world must navigate this intricate balance of power, one where the factory that owns the world wields significant leverage over every facet of daily life. Understanding this dynamic is critical. The future of global trade may no longer be determined solely by demand and supply. It may hinge upon the strategic choices made within the vast warehouses of China, where the power to stop the flow of goods could mean stopping the world itself. In an era of dramatic shifts in global power, the Belt and Road Initiative emerges as a formidable testament to China's ambitious strategy. This modern reimagining of the ancient Silk Road is not merely about trade. Rather, it embodies a calculated approach to global influence and control that extends far beyond mere commerce. The initiative spans continents, weaving a tight network that strategically connects various nations. From bustling ports on uninhabited coastlines to ambitious railways cutting through challenging terrains, every project is a calculated investment. Under the guise of development aid, China constructs highways in arid deserts and power plants in underserved regions, expertly marketing these efforts as pathways to salvation for developing economies. At first glance, nations eagerly welcome the promise of infrastructure that fosters growth. China's loans seem attractive. Low interest rates and expedited construction timelines provide a tempting prospect for countries hungry for development. However, beneath this surface lies an intricate web of dependence. Each loan extends an invisible thread, tightening China's grasp on burgeoning nations. When projects succeed, the perks are shared. But when failure occurs, the looming specter of debt transforms the landscape of power dynamics. The ripple effects of these loans can be catastrophic, as nations find themselves unable to repay their debts. In such scenarios, the consequences are profound. Strategic assets, ports, land, and even long-term leases change hands, transforming trade routes into leverage points. This is not the age of imperialism characterized by flags and armies. Instead, China operates from a platform of financial supremacy, subtly reshaping geopolitics through economic means. As one navigates through this global reconfiguration, the implications crystallize. Each construction project is a calculated move in a chess game of global influence. China cleverly cultivates access to vital shipping lanes, natural resources, and significant political decisions without overt military intervention. Access, in this context, translates to power. The world's arteries of trade and influence are being redesigned not through brute force, but through a sophisticated strategy of investment and acquisition. China's Belt and Road Initiative exemplifies a modern Silk Empire, where relationships are forged through economic dependencies and influences quietly take root. As nations participate in this grand design, the question remains, who will truly claim the highways of tomorrow?
China is not evil. China is not perfect. China is strategic. Some see it as a partner, others see it as a threat. But one thing is clear, China is reshaping the world order. And the biggest question is not whether China will rise, but whether the world is ready to live in a China-led era.